Of the National Football League comes to you from Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, Michigan. Both teams emerging from the Ford Field tunnels just a short time ago. And, of course, the loudest cheers were reserved for the hometown Lions. They're set to go as they will match up with Eli Manning and the New York Giants.
CBC Naruto.
Here's the punter, Sam Martin, now ready to get us started. And we are underway from Ford Field. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20.
I didn't press pause, by the way.
To the 23-yard line. The first carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Now Manning throwing on second down. Wide open receiver complete. And a nice gain at 21 yards.
Some think the teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
On second down, here's Barkley. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size and these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
From midfield, here's Manning. He finds Beckham complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
I didn't press pause, by the way. I didn't press pause, by the way, again.
A giant first down, Manning to an open Beckham. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Manning to throw on second down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterback's got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
There goes 56, 27 to Sam, 27 to Sam.
Throwing is Manning on third down. Over the middle to Beckham. And he lost the football. And the defense not able to get
That's
it.
catch Odell Beckham
Defensive
Jr. and
perspective,
that's
what's
Saquon
that
Barkley.
moment like when you realize the
And that's how
ball
his
is
back.
loose?
And that's catch Odell
It's
Beckham
a
Jr.
moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about since training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. They go back to the ground now with Barkley. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's second and 13. On second down, here's Manning. Flush to his right. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. 23 yards on the play.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
First trip to the red zone for the Giants. They've got it first and goal at the 6. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he is in. Touchdown, Giants. Saquon Barkley, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Giants take it right down and score on the opening drive. Aldrick Rosas on for the extra point. PAT up and good by Rosas. And it's now a 7-0 game. Rosas now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Stafford and the Lions now have it first and 10 at their own 19-yard line. They begin the drive with Johnson. And he'll push forward for about 4 up to the 23.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
To throw on second down is Stafford. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Throwing on third down, Stafford. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Oh, boy, partner, did that just happen? I've got my hand over my eyes right now because, like him, it's going to haunt my dreams, too.
Nice defense. Nice.
How did he overthrow him there?
Defensively, just very lucky. You know that they got away with one there. Call it a 48-yard punt. Give them 9, though, on the return. And it'll be Giant football first and 10. New York set to take the field. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing, and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
to throw on second down. It's hauled in by Shepard. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. To throw on second down, Manning. He finds his target, Beckham. Touchdown, Giants. Odell Beckham, 40 yards.
Nice.
Giants are able to grow
That's the
their
man's
lead.
Odell Beckham Jr.
And a nice job
It
by him to
means
catch the
with a
slant
Z.
and then navigate and break free.
And receivers love slant routes because it gets the ball in their hands so quickly and often.
Odell Beckham Jr. is a New York Giant for life.
When they're on the move like that, then they get to use their best asset, which is usually their speed.
And their speed sometimes, like this instance, can take them into the end zone. Rosas good with the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Rosas now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. Able to slither by. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Now the Lions offense, they get ready to head back out there. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. On 2nd and 10, Stafford. Eluding the pressure right. And his throw here's incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer
Nice defense, nice.
The first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Throwing to Stafford. It's caught. Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. They give him 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion. Throwing again is Stafford. Escaping the pressure right. The completion to Riddle. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
So the illegal forward pass also cost him a down, and now it's 2nd and long. And he's got his tight end. This is Luke Wilson. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. The loss of 3 on that first down pass play. Now 2nd and 13.
Jumbo, jumbo. Here we go.
Stafford looks to throw again. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Alec Ogletree. And his guys will take
defense.
at the 25.
We'll be taking that.
Well, this is a defense that can
And that's an
confuse
interception by
even
me.
the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. Oh, a nice spin. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. They'll run it now out of the gun. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
They'll run it now out of the gun. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he?
Nice
Because
block, Sterling
watch
Shepard
him,
out of the
I think
slot. I
he's
saw that. That
patient.
was nice.
Straight ahead,
That was a great block, Sterling Shepard.
Also has that sense of
Nice
holes are
block
going
out of
to
the
be
side right there,
before they
Sterling Shepard
actually
made.
open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take it down to the 30-yard line. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. That good for 19 and a first down.
Yo, the blocking this drive has been amazing.
Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
So a solid run by Saquon Barkley, and another 1st and 10 here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown.
Perfect blocking.
Saquon Barkley.
Perfect blocking.
As the first half is winding down, and the Giants add on to their lead. Rosas to add the extra point. PAT up and good by Rosas. And it's now 21.
21. They're done. 21 and done.
Rosas now to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Back to the air. Stafford on 2nd down. He's going to air one out. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 17. And a big turnover there as his guy.
Nice interception. That was perfect.
So we come upon halftime here with the visiting Giants out on top. continue to our EA studios in Orlando. Here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Lions
amazing interception.
First here to begin.
Yeah, that was a nice defensive play. How we set that up. That was amazing. That was amazing how we did that, and perfect.
Leadership really comes into play.
Perfect going into the half.
How's the head coach handling it? The offense.
Perfect how you set that up. That was just perfect. That was perfect.
Joke. All right, guys, had your fun. All right,
throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track.
And perfect execution too.
Sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And not too much going there as he'll get it up to the 23-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
On 2nd down, here's Stafford. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Alec Ogletree. And they have the football and will set up shop.
I'll be taking that, though.
3-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception. So maybe
our defense. I'll be taking that, though.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to take this one down to the 25. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They'll run it again with Barkley. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. A'Shawn Robinson there on the stop.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
Now he's getting to 100. Yeah, he's getting over 100 receptions for the game. Amazing. Perfect.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he's able to pick up the 1st before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I'm not sure about y'all, but I like that juke. I think I'll do it too, right?
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he takes it into the end zone for a giant TD.
The blocking is perfect, y'all.
Saquon Barkley.
The blocking is perfect. I really love it. CBC now it's over and out. I shot to it. I'll come out in 2 days. CBC now it's over and out.